Mike's Arena sold out today, as it has been for every game this season. It's basketball on the Big Ten Network, presented by Jeep. Two of the best defensive teams in the country squaring off as Maryland visits Rutgers. Both these teams trying to, including that three-point win in College Park. Reese and Amori for the opening tip was not a work of art, but it goes to the Terps.
I said Paul Sells could have gave a little bit better toss, huh? I feel you on that.
Here's Dante Scott now. Jameer Young. Now Scott.
Wow, Scott had a wide open look, kind of turned it down. I was surprised to see that.
There's Scott for three. That one rims out field.
I know it was early in the shot clock, Dave. I thought Simpson had an opportunity to take Scott off the bounce.
Davis, that one rims in. First points of the game.
Jermichael Davis has kind of surprised me, I have to be honest. I thought he might be a little light in terms of his frame to play major minutes, but he's proved me wrong. He's done a really good job from the point guard position for Rutgers.
Julian Reese double teamed. Here's Scott open for three, and that one goes. Got him to the NCAA tourney. Should have gotten there last year. Frankly, I was a little surprised when they were left out.
Agreed.
Really good resume. Here's Young. Great feed. Reese wide open, and he throws it down.
Rare defensive breakdown by Rutgers that time. So Maryland goes into this zone, and it's kind of Morse. And even in the same possession, they'll go man-to-man. So, like right now, if you're looking at him, they look like they're man-to-man defense.
A great feed there inside to Amori. Gets fouled, and he'll go to the line.
Run to the rim and then establish yourself.
Really uncharacteristic to say these are elite defenses, Stephen.
Oh, yeah, and it's what's kept them competitive as of late.
Kaiser, number 12, in there for the first time for Maryland. Shot clock under 10. We're seeing some of that Rutgers defense right here. Young on the move, and he draws the foul. Their offensive struggles, and they're fairly well documented. The one thing they do really, high major team, Stephen, is nearly 25% of their points come at the stripe.
All inside. Five of their first 7 field goals are from three-point land. They're 1 of 5 to start. That's a good start. Get to the rim.
As if
especially.
It was interesting in talking to Kevin Willard this week. He was telling me, it's Mag now, or Hyatt rather, with the shot clock winding down. Here's Gavin Griffiths. Gets the roll. How about that for the freshman? But to finish up that point, Kevin Willard was saying, with Harris Smith, he thinks he's going to be a great player. He feels like he may have not oversold him as Harris Smith hits, but maybe put a little too much pressure on him early in the year because he thinks he's going to be.
He's starting to understand what the expectations are. Clean block with his offhand without fouling. That's good defense.
A beautiful inbounds play, and Hyatt with the easiest two he'll get all day. A little bit of a struggle these last couple of games, just 6 of 17 from the field. Geronimo the steal. Simpson steals it back. Now Hyatt down and under, loses it. Amori's got it. Boom. And he jams it back home. No life. Here's Reese. Backing his way in. It's knocked away by Mag. Rutgers on the break. Hyatt blocked at the rim by Geronimo, but a foul is.
Follow. Nice job.
Andre Hyatt on the season. And Hyatt's now Young. Harris Smith. Offensive rebound. Geronimo back up with it, and he'll go to the stripe.
Jordan Geronimo is
an extracurricular activity, and he ends up as a high to watch up to 4 games at once and a 24/7 channel for your favorite school.com. 1 of 2 for Geronimo.
After a slow start, Rutgers starting to find a little rhythm here.
Hyatt going to head back to the free. I missed you a moment ago. Able transferred from LSU. He's been a big part of the success of this Rutgers program. So got about 4 minutes without a field goal here, Steven.
We got a set play here. Derek Simpson tapped his forehead, indicating a certain play that they're trying to run, but Maryland blowing it up.
Mawat Mag able to freelance there and get his
with it here. He definitely wants to shoot it.
Gives it up to Young. Down low, Geronimo.
That's a heck of a find by Jameer Young.
10 from behind the arc. They were 5 of 31 combined when they met in College Park. Reese through the lane and gets the roll.
That's so pretty. He took his time, knew that the double team wasn't
inside, and Jameer Young coming the other way. Antoine Woolfolk in the game for Rutgers had that opportunity go awry. Now Reese again, and Woolfolk commits the foul. And Reese now to the free throw line, and he puts
down and started getting the ball in the paint, either via the bounce, with putting pressure on the Scarlet Knights.
They are 5 of 10 inside the arc, just 1 of 7 from three-point range, and that's kind of consistent with their season to this point. Nice pass inside, and Woolfolk gets his first 2.
I think that's it, energized him on both ends of the floor.
John Williams here. It's knocked away by Kaiser. Kaiser's got some numbers behind him, but he'll take it himself.
That's a heck of a play right there. I thought he might try to dump off to one of his teammates filling the other lane, but he chose to do it himself and did it in fine fashion. Well, I like this offensive pace that Rutgers initiated this offensive possession with.
He's a heck of an athlete. He's an outstanding football player as well. Had hard to play.
That's good to have those type of choices. So you're trying to get away from this pressure.
Harris Smith having all kinds of trouble. Young got to go now with 5. Out of the corner, Geronimo hits the 3. Jordan Geronimo just his 7th.
And a lot of times those shots are easier when that shot clock's running down because you don't have a choice.
Little confidence. Got about a half dozen family members here as well. A foul inside
by Julian that time.
Daniel Obole, he stayed in New York last year. He had 8 points against Purdue. See what he can do with Amori on the bench. Young, what a... Jeremiah Williams slips, able to maintain his dribble, but cannot get it to go. Offensive rebound inside and a foul. Good work by Jamichael Davis. Jamichael Davis' connection to Rutgers is Ace Bailey, who's an AAU teammate of.
Only going to get better as he gets stronger. Obviously deferring right now as a freshman offensively, but he's got game as well.
Dante Scott drilling the 3 there. Just 6 field goals. Maryland trying to build on this road lead. Young, the double team comes. They knock it away. Young gets it back. And he is fouled. The Rutgers bench thought he traveled. He is 7th in the nation in free throw.
The junior's had a solid first half. Saw him get that layup and that steal. He's gotten a couple offensive rebounds. Really good minutes for him.
Geronimo on the baseline. Goes to the hook. That doesn't go. Foul inside. I believe it's going to go against Swanton Rogers.
On the line.
This is it. Second different shot clock and game clock here. In no hurry. Here's Young. Strong to the hoop. Knocked away, but a foul on Jeremiah Williams. Well, they end up calling it on Williams, and Young, who had that uncharacteristic miss.
On the range. So right now you're just struggling to find any kind of consistency off.
Now take a timeout. They haven't scored since the 6:09 mark, so we're going on 6 minutes since Rutgers scored a point. Trying to end that here is Hyatt. He cannot. And Maryland's got it with about 4 seconds here. Young, will he get it off? He does. Left it short. But Maryland heads to the locker room up a dozen. A fabulous reverse, and Reese clears it for Maryland.
Amori takes some of the most unorthodox shots. I mean, because he can palm the basketball so easily, so a lot of his stuff is one-handed. And it doesn't look like it has a chance sometimes.
I'll tell you,
wear you down.
Another defensive stop for the Terps on the run here. Harris Smith spinning through and hits. And a timeout.
No, he called a technical foul.
A technical foul, I beg your pardon.
Paul Sells got Deshaun Harris Smith. He said
That ends the Rutgers scoring drought. Or obviously it's quite a limited number of games, just 6, but he has yet to score in this game. Here's Young inside Geronimo, and he draws the foul. 71% at the line. He is in fact named after Michael Jordan. Can't get it to fall. Rutgers in transition, and Geronimo reaching in from behind. And now it's getting a little ugly underneath the basket. It fouls the 3rd offensive end for Rutgers.
But see, I think right here, Dave, right there is where the call is made. Flagrant. And I think that I like that. I like the outcome of that.
Here's Harris Smith. Young into the lane. And it altered there by Amori, but Reese gets it back up and in, and it is a 20.
I mean, they are locked and loaded, focused, getting almost anything they want on the offensive end.
Knocks that one away. Here's Amori, and finally, Rutgers ends the field goal drought.
About because this dominant Maryland performance thus far.
Harris Smith. It's Williams in the air, dishes it to Reese, and one. 12.62 points per possession, which is just
this afternoon. So you got to have guys that go make some plays.
No one chased down the loose ball for Rutgers. Scott trying to take advantage on the other end, can't do it. And here come the Scarlet Knights. Oscar Palmquist blocked by Scott, but he's fouled. Make the free throw.
Good job by Oscar Palmquist coming off the bench, providing some sort of spark.
3rd foul on Reese. And Rutgers able to convert at the other end. Andre Hyatt.
Good job by Palmquist getting Reese out on the 3-point line.
Oh, what a spin by Reese.
And they'll need some of that if they're going to have any kind of chance to cut to this deficit, because Maryland's got the pace of the game to where they like it. And so it's going to be limited possessions.
Palmquist off the nice feed from Jeremiah Williams. Scott for 3. Rattles out. Geronimo the offensive board. And he'll go to the stripe as Palmquist got him.
Great pursuit of the basketball by George Geronimo.
9 offensive rebounds for Maryland in this game. Geronimo able to hit them both. 9 points now for him. Smart here, but it stems the tide momentarily back to an 18-point game. Now on the move, Jeremiah Williams, his first hoop of the game.
Nice recognition that time.
For both these teams getting above that second red line, get themselves a single bye, and Maryland would get there at least temporarily if they hold on to this lead. But Rutgers trying to make a move here. That is Austin Williams.
Offensive success here lately.
Cut what was a 21-point lead down to 14. Jeremiah Williams drew some contact, gets it back up and in.
Wow.
This one as well. And now another steal for Rutgers, and Williams lays it in, and they've got it down to 10,000 coming to life. Here's Scott. Blocked away. And a technical is called inside after the block on Austin Williams.
And I'm beside myself. I mean, of teching these guys up for showing emotion correctly, because this is a game of passion. And if you take that away from players,
it's hard to know what was said. Geronimo inside, blocked away. Reese blocked away. Gavin Griffiths now ahead of the pack. Jeremiah Williams, he has it blocked. And it's out of bounds to Rutgers.
No, they're going to do this to Maryland. Yep,
They do.
That's the right call. That's the right call. A tremendous sequence. Look at Andre Hyatt get up. Kevin Griffin said, I'm not going to be left out. And then around the back, Jameer Young is like, no.
Long number 2. Young with a head of steam. Offensive rebound, Geronimo, and the foul.
But Jordan Geronimo has been Maryland.
Williams. Geronimo into double figures for
without creating some space before you get that look off. He's going to throw it back almost every time.
Big Ten in blocks. On. Here's Scott for 3. He got it. What a day Dante Scott has had.
It's a tough runner along the baseline. Jeremiah Williams got to be careful here. He's got 4 fouls. He's guarding Jameer Young.
Reese over Palmquist, and a block is called. Okay. Double figures for the 23rd time this year. He misses the free throw.
Good job by Simpson advancing the rock quickly so that Maryland couldn't get any pressure.
Hyatt, big shot, and he got it.
Team to go to Wisconsin and to Nebraska and come out with victories in those places, especially this season.
Nebraska's been phenomenal at home. Reese inside, throws down the jam.
But excellent job by Reese.
16 of them, 11 since the break. Jump stop there, and getting the roll is Davis. Catch.
Buzz.
Off the board there, 14-point game. Gets the roll. Julian Reese having a huge. Is then are you going to call every single time?
There it is, Dave. I agree with you.
Now a foul on Rutgers. It's going to go against Jamichael Good virtually the entire way. Rutgers has led for 1:30 in this. Loses it. Williams. Time though is the enemy here for Rutgers. Through the lane, and Hyatt will go to the line. Free throw line after that foul on Geronimo just before. Williams, 6 points. He's been up here. Young hanging in the air. No, another offensive board, and now Reese is fouled by Griffiths.
Reese has been really good. Utilize his size.
Road wins overall on the year. They're 3-7.
Going, then got in early foul trouble, so that slowed him down. But I tip your hat to the Terrapins. About as impressive on the road as we've seen.
That pretty much was the perfect possession. You take 30 seconds off the shot clock and hit a 3. Young into double figures. He's the 4th Terp to get there. Side. And now Rutgers takes it.
That win in Rec Hall, that was some kind of atmosphere. I hope Penn State does that more often, because that was a great college basketball atmosphere.
I'm with you. I thought it was great. I know you got to experience it in person, but
yes,
even watching it in the studio, it was fabulous, and I'm with you 100%. I think they ought to try to play advantage. Rutgers has had a home court advantage here, but it hasn't been the case today. As Maryland comes into Piscataway and gets a convincing win over the Scarlet Knights, fitting to end it with a block as Rutgers scores just 46 points, and it's tied for their fewest in a Big Ten game this year. What a win for Maryland, 63-46 as the Terps get the victory. Once again, our final 17-point Maryland win. Women's Hoops doubleheader next.